Hello, Secondary 3. My dear students, this is Mr. Ayman with you, one of the professional students group. I'm going to introduce 7 videos as a final revision on your course to cover the most important words and structures. Also, I'll introduce 2 videos as a quick revision on the story Prisoner of Zenda. This is the first one. The first video to revise Unit 1 and 2. Let's begin with the most important words. We have 13 multiple choice sentence. Try to answer with me. Number 1. The smoke of factories and cars space a lot of damage to the environment. Does, make, results, or enables. We use the verb do with damage. Do damage. So the most suitable answer here will be does. Number 2. Yahya Haqqi worked as a space in many foreign countries. Diploma, diplomat, diplomatic, or diplomacy. We want a noun. We want to refer to his job. I think it's diplomat. It's a space that people eat salted fish and eggs on Sharm el-Sheikh. It's a habit or a routine or a tradition or a custom. The correct answer is tradition, because a lot of people are doing the same thing in the same country. Number 4. I can't space it. My 18-year-old daughter has got a master's degree. It's an incredible thing, and I can't think or live or interfere or believe. I think the most suitable answer here is believe. Number 5. You have to study space if you wish to become a lawyer. To become a lawyer, you have to study law or science or chemistry or economy. The correct answer is law. To be a lawyer, you have to study law. Very good. Because of my space, I can't walk properly. If I can't walk properly, I have some disabilities. Excellent. Ability is the opposite of disability. He cannot work because of his disability. Number 7. Early black and white photos show people in space clothes. Black and white photos show people in new clothes, old-fashioned clothes, stylish or modern. It's old-fashioned clothes. Try to test yourself and answer before listening to my answer. Number 8. The sun is at its strongest at night, midnight, midterm, or midday. The sun is at its strongest at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, so it will be midday. My space is to get early and walk for half an hour. My routine, my red tape, custom or tradition, things which I always do every day, it's my routine. Number 10. My friend and I are going to enter an athletics space and we hope to win. We are going to enter a competition, a composition, occasion, or accusation. No, we are going to enter athletics competition. Number 11. I bought a second-hand mobile with its developments, treatments, attachments, or improvements. The headphone, the charger, or the attachments with the mobile. Midday is 12 o'clock in the day, but space is 12 o'clock at night. Mid-year or midnight or mid-evening or midterm, it's midnight. To space means to make a new product or idea successful. To develop to divide, to donate, or to relieve. Excellent. The correct answer is to develop. A or an space is one of the first people to do something that others will continue. A volunteer, an engineer, an advisor, or a pioneer. It's the pioneer who does things first and people will imitate and do like him. Helwan is a famous space of Cairo. Helwan is a famous district, a famous country, a famous lake, or a famous district. Excellent. It's a famous district. Number 16. I really enjoyed the book. It's written in a very simple smile, route, style, or recipe. I think it's a very simple style. My sister loves clothes and buy space dresses. As she loves clothes, she loves to buy very old dresses, or traditional, or fashionable, or old fashioned. Of course, she loves to buy fashionable dresses. Yahya Haqqi was one of the pioneers of modern Egyptian literature, or furniture, or nature, or feature. He is one of the pioneers of modern Egyptian literature, of course. Yahya Haqqi graduated space law and worked as a lawyer from a short time. Here we have the subject which he studied, so he is graduated in. But if we have the name of the university, graduated from. The right answer here is graduated in law. My father is an space on information technology, IT. He is an experience, or an expert, or an experiment, or an exchange. Of course, he is an expert. It's the noun of the subject who has a lot of experience in one field. He worked for more than 20 years. Worked aboard, worked board, aboard, or abroad. Of course, he worked abroad in another foreign country. Number 21. The novels my father wrote space him one of the greatest novelists. Established him, or published, or allowed, or insisted. It's established him. It made him to be one of the greatest novelists. I have a space routine dealing with writing. A charged routine, an excited routine, amazed, or fixed. It's fixed routine. It's the same routine which I do every day. My father has a strong that education will be reformed. A strong is an adjective, so of course here we have we want to use a noun. He has a strong belief. It can't be believe because believe is a verb. Believer is the person who believes. Belief is the noun. Excellent. As space as I'm concerned, this is an interesting book. As long as soon as deep as far as. Excellent. As far as. Scientists space experiments to prove their ideas. Make experiments, or do experiments, or deduce, or predict. Of course, we use do with experiments. Do experiments. Using the computer, number 27. Using the computer for a long period space me a headache. Works me a headache. Results me a headache. Gives me a headache, or makes me, gives me a headache. People live about 70 years on space thanks to medical progress. On average, on scale, on rate, or on balance. Of course, it's average. 29. My father space that my brother joined the faculty of medicine. My father forced, insisted, consisted, managed. My father insisted, that my brother join, not joins. My father insisted that my brother join, not joins. He won a prize for one of the space of his short stories. Package, packets, pockets, or collections. The correct answer is collections. Grammar on Unit 1. Choose the correct answer. My parent me to Japan when I was only 5. Take, took, were taking, had taken. Of course, it's took me to Japan. It's past simple. Number 2. The match because it rained a lot. The match is an object, so this is a passive sentence and the past simple, so the match was cancelled. This is the only passive form. Number 3. Space the flight. All the passengers were either chatting or sleeping. The flight is a noun, so we will use during the flight because we began the sentence with a noun. We use during plus noun. Tahani didn't sleep until she spaced her homework. Until we use past simple in the negative form before until, and we use the past perfect after until. So Tahani didn't sleep until she had done her homework. Number 5. Had I the helping verb had before the subject. Had I seen the past participle. Had I seen the accident, then I fainted. Of course, it's no sooner, because we know no sooner is always accompanied with than. No sooner had I seen the accident than I fainted. When we were children, we space in front of the house every day. When we were children, we played. Two past simple tenses. We used were as it is a stative verb in the past simple form, and the other tense will be in the past simple form. No problem to use every day at the end of the sentence. Played. As soon as the train arrived, we spaced to get on. Two actions that happened at the same time, so we will use two past simple verbs after as soon as. As soon as the train arrived, we hurried to get on. Number 8. Space you go to school. It's very simple. Did you go to school? Number 9. I didn't complete the match because I fell down when I play or played or was playing or had played. Of course, it's the past continuous form was playing. Here we are using when with the same meaning as while. I'm sorry that I didn't answer your phone. I spaced a shower. Of course, I was having a shower. It's a long action. When I reached the cinema, the film space, so I missed part of it. When plus past simple, of course we will use the past perfect as it is the first action which happened before reaching to the cinema. While I was watching the match, my mother was cooking. Two long actions were happening at the same time. The food wasn't delivered until we spaced in advance, until we had paid in advance. 14. The most famous stories space into film. We're making, had made, have been made, have made. I think we have to use the passive form. The only passive form here is have been made. Number 15. Space, we were out shopping. We met some old friends. While we were out shopping, we met. We didn't use the past continuous after while because here we have verb to be, it's a state. We don't use the verbs which refers to a state in the past continuous form. No sooner space home than he arrived to sleep. No sooner had I reached, I had reached, I reached, I reached. I think it's clear that we use the helping verb, then the subject and the past participle after no sooner when we began the sentence with no sooner. After I spaced the crime, I realized that the driver had been drunken. We have three verbs here, past simple, and past perfect at the end of the sentence. So after I saw the crime. When the telephone rang, they spaced the match so they didn't answer it. They were watching. Long action which is interrupted suddenly by a short action. The telephone rang. He spaced the tree when he suddenly fell down. Long action which was suddenly interrupted by another short action was climbing. The last one, space taking the injection, the baby gave a loud cry. After taking, during taking, on taking, scarcely taking, the verb ing, we have to begin the sentence with on. And now with unit 2. Choose the correct answer from A, B, C, or D. Exercise on vocabulary. Number 1. Being space makes his students obey rules and never behave badly. Being weak or being strict or being silent or confident. Of course, the teacher who makes students obey rules and never behave badly is strict. Number 2. We are space for protecting our country from our enemies. We are afraid or interested or serious or responsible. Of course, we use responsible for. It's our responsibility to protect our country from our enemies. Number 3, you can't be space, you must be joking when you want to borrow money from me. It's a joke. You can't be serious. Of course, you are joking. I don't have money, of course. I warn you. Space, you space your son by offering him whatever he wants. You encourage, you suspect, you spoil your son, or you educate. When you offer him to do whatever he wants, you are spoiling them. So the correct answer here is spoil. My daughter is self-space. She speaks freely in front of anyone. Of course, she is self-confident. Self-confident is an adjective to my daughter, but self-confidence is a noun. My doctor has become famous because he is a space surgeon. Surgeon is a noun. We need to use adjective before the noun. The adjective here is successful. Okay. A good teacher should be blessed with the space needed to be successful. He should be blessed with the sins or qualities or demerits or disadvantage. He should be blessed with the qualities needed to be successful. Of course, it's an space to belong to teaching profession because we release good citizen. It's an honor, it's a disgrace, scandal, or shame. Of course, to belong to the teaching profession, it's an honor. It's a great job. Whose space is the mess? Everything is upside down. Whose misery, whose worry, whose responsibility, or whose seriousness? Of course, it's the question which your mother asks you every morning. Whose responsibility is that mess? Everything is upside down. Number 10. A good leader is able to space his team to achieve their missions. A good leader is able to spoil his team. If he spoils his team, of course, he is not a good leader. A good leader is able to discipline, to pollute, or to believe his team. Of course, is to discipline, to make his team obey his rules and achieve them in a good and perfect way. Our English teacher is space. He treats us gently and kindly. He is a father for all of us. So he is not aggressive, he is not cruel, he is not frightening, he is fatherly. He deals with us as if he is our father. You mustn't space your children when they want to express themselves. You mustn't silence or ache or a word or chat. You mustn't make them silent. The verb here is silence, to stop someone express his opinion. The youth should take space in finding solutions to their country's problem. There is a great difference between take place and take part. Take place means happens, but take part means participate. So every one of us should participate in finding solutions, so we will use take part. My teacher always spaced me to share if there was a discussion. Led me to share, made me to share, prevented me to share, or encouraged me to share. Of course, he encouraged me to share if there was a discussion. Some people, number 15, don't achieve success because they don't have space in their lives, don't have grains, don't have goals, don't have mistakes, or don't have qualities. Of course, if you don't have a goal to achieve in your life, you will not be able to achieve success. So the correct answer here is goals. Mr. Yusuf set up an space to help children in 1968. He set up an association, application, prediction, or sanitation. Of course, he set up means establish, found, build. So he set up association. Ali's grandfather was a doctor and later worked for the space of health, the embassy of health, the ministry of health, the delivery, or the publicity. Of course, he worked for the Ministry of Education. The teacher told us about the space of revising before exams. The teacher told us about that. We want a noun here. The noun is important or unimportant or importance or unimportance. Of course, the correct answer is importance. The tourists went on a space tour of Egypt, visiting all the ancient sites. A cultural tour, a culture, a cultured, a cultures. Of course, we want an adjective to describe the noun tour. The adjective here to describe tour is cultural. Culture is a noun. Cultured is an adjective to describe the person if he is cultured. Cultures here is a noun which is plural. My history teacher, my decision to become a teacher too. Influence, influenced, influential, or influentially. Here we will use the verb influenced. He had a great effect on my decision. Mona's uncle is an expert. Number 21. Mona's uncle is an expert on science and often space at university. Lectures, encourages, designs, or spoils. I want a verb here to give the meaning that he is giving lectures at the university. So the verb here is lectures. 21. Shakespeare's plays have been very space. Many writers have used his stories. Shakespeare's plays have been very influenced, influential, or influentially. Here we have we want to use adjective after that adverb, very. So Shakespeare's plays have been very influential. Many writers have used his stories. Number 23, the football team are playing with a lot of I think they are going to win. A lot of, we want to use a noun. The noun here is confidence. Confident is an adjective. Confidently here is an adverb. The noun here is confidence. Don't lose those forms. They are very important or unimportant, illegal or illiterate. Adverb plus adjective, important. What's the space in meaning between where and where? What is the difference in meaning? The noun. You need a lot of space to be good at chess. You need a lot of intelligence. It's the noun. Intelligent is an adjective. Intelligently is an adverb. To space means to make someone stop giving their opinion. When you stop someone giving his opinion, you are silence. To silence means to make someone stop giving his opinion. Number 28, space is the practice of making people obey rules and orders. It's discipline to make them obey rules and orders. When you let a child do whatever they want and they behave badly, of course you spoil them. The last one, you must space your students to become good citizens. You must prevent or inhibit or inspire or deprive. Of course you must inspire your students. Now let's go together to the exercise on grammar. The grammar here is the present simple, the present perfect, the present continuous, and the present perfect continuous. Number 1. My sister speaks English since she got ill. Here we have the conjunction since joined between the present perfect and the past simple. This is the past simple, got ill, so we have to use the present perfect, hasn't studied. Number 2. It space for a long time. I think it won't stop until tomorrow. Here we are talking about an action which started in the past and it's still happening. The tense which gives the same meaning is the present perfect continuous. As it started in the past and it's still happening, the present perfect continuous here is has been raining. Number 3. It's 4 years space I left to live in Cairo. It's 4 years. It's a very famous expression that we use with the past simple instead of the present perfect. It's 4 years since I left to live in Cairo. Number 4. Have you space seen a beautiful baby like my grandson? It's a question with ever. Have you ever seen a beautiful baby? Number 5. I space 3 sandwiches since I got up. The number of actions. Here we have since as a conjunction to join two sentences. The second action is past simple, so the first action is present perfect. I have eaten 3 sandwiches. Number 6. Sorry, I'm late. B. It's okay. I space long. I have waited. I'm not waiting. I haven't been waiting. I will wait. It's the meaning of the present perfect continuous, the action which started in the past and it's still happening, so we will use haven't been waiting. Hand space this vase by accident. It's an action which happened in the past with no time mentioned. The action which happened a short time ago with no time mentioned is the present perfect, so Hind has broken this vase by an accident. She broke it a short time ago, immediately. I spaced to phone Sarah. I wonder why she doesn't reply. I tries. I is trying. It can't be is. I was trying. I have been trying. I started to call her a long time ago and I'm still trying to call her, but she doesn't answer the phone, so I have been trying. Present perfect continuous. The action which started in the past and it's still happening. This video, space for 2 hours, will you turn it off? Also, it's the same meaning for the present perfect continuous. This video has been playing for 2 hours. Number 10, Mr. Said space the truth since he went to the police station. Mr. Said had known, has been knowing, has known, knew. Here we are dealing with a stative verb which cannot be used in the present continuous form, so we will use the present perfect has known. I think someone space the vase. There are pieces of it everywhere. Pieces of the vase everywhere, so the action happened immediately a short time ago. That gives the meaning of the present perfect. It has broken. Someone has broken the vase. We have been playing video games. Space more than 2 hours. More than 2 hours. It's a must to use for. I space to be a teacher. I haven't been appointed yet. I have been studying. I have studied. I was studying. I has studied. I started studying a long time ago to be a teacher, but I didn't finish my studying yet, so the present perfect continuous is the most suitable answer. We will choose have been studying. Number 14. Have you finished the report? Don't answer quickly and use yet. Wait. Read to the end of the sentence. Very good. You are very fast. So he already finished the action. So have you finished the action already? Very good. You are very fast because he finished the reading the report yet already. 15. I space the secret of your divorce for a long time. I have known, have been knowing, know, I'm knowing. The verb know is a stative verb. It can't be used in the present continuous form, so we will use the present perfect. Have known. I space 4 phone calls since I arrived home. Since join the past simple with the present perfect. I have made. Number 17. We space we can't eat with you. Thanks a lot. We are full. The action which happened a short time ago and has a great effect on the present, it's the present perfect. We have just eaten. Number 18. It space since yesterday. It hasn't stopped yet. The action which started yesterday and didn't stop up till now, it's the present perfect continuous. It will be has been raining. Number 19. Mr. Sulaiman speaks English very well. He speaks it fluently now. Mr. Sulaiman has learned. The action is finished and now he speaks English fluently. The present perfect is the most suitable answer. Yara is the most beautiful girl I have ever seen. It's a very famous structure. Thanks so much. I hope you have benefited from my lesson. We will complete our course tomorrow and we will meet again. Thanks. Goodbye.